like that? Welcome back to another episode of Survival Time. We finna get into the motherfucking president. Okay, we finna see what the fuck he gotta say about Mom Donnie in this situation as far as rent freeze. Now, what I wanna say is this. People think this shit is sweet, but if the government take that property, if they start running shit, it's gonna be a whole nother story. And like people gotta understand the reasons behind owning land and even just renting it off and things like that. When you own a property and things like that, like these things matter when you can do these things independently. Y'all getting the government involved this deeply, which this is why I kind of don't believe in Section 8. And I know niggas gonna talk shit or whatever in the comments. I really don't give no fuck. But this is why I don't really believe in Section 8, because it gets the government too deep in your household. It gets the government too deep in your pockets. The government shouldn't be that deep in what the fuck you got going on. You feel me? As far as your family, your well-being, and all this other shit. That should be your personal business, bro. If you beat your wife, I shouldn't even know about it unless she come outside with a black eye, nigga. That's just how I feel with the government. Whatever's going on your own in your life and your family, that's something you should know. But we finna get in to see what the fuck he's saying, because I really feel like this is gonna be like a terrible thing out as far as for New York, and I really think New York is gonna be fucked up economically, because you can't tell me that this is not gonna ruin a whole area.
For the first time in history, the powerful Rent Stabilization Board, as an example, that sets rents in New York City, just happened today. They've done it for years and years, and they've been very far left. They're run by Democrats, and they give landlords a hard time for years and years. It's called rent control. They give landlords a hard time, but they always give some increases so they can survive. But they just came out, first time ever, with a ruling, 0 rent increases for landlords, 0 for the next 2 years, despite the fact that energy, supplies, real estate taxes, and just about everything else has gone up. They're supposed to allow you to have that, 0. They're giving them that. They're basically confiscating their property. And the one representative for the landlords who's on the board, I think they have 8 or 9 people on the board, and you had one who was representing one out of like 8. But at least you had somebody. But that person walked off in disgust, walked off and got booed. Mayor Mamdani, who came to the White House and seems like a nice guy, but he said he was going to do this in his campaign. Nobody thought he was serious. He said he was going to make sure that people don't have a rent increase, even though energy went up. It's going to come down. It's coming down fast right now. I hope you're watching what's happening. We had a low number just now, $69 a barrel. That was, some people said it was going to be $350 by now. 69, it's going to be 300, 350. Never hit those numbers at all, even in the height of it all.
That's why I love Trump, G. He'll shit on you no matter what the fuck you think it is, bro, that's going on. Even though he's still talking about what's going on, he's letting you motherfuckers know. Y'all talk all of this shit about me, but I'm still doing my motherfucking job, bitch. And that's one thing I love about that nigga. He don't give a fuck what's going on. He gonna let you know. He gonna advertise himself, bitch, because that's who the fuck he is, a businessman.
The mayor doesn't say is that these buildings will soon turn into ghettos and slums, and that everybody will continue leaving New York. And as this spreads throughout the country, very much like an uncontrollable form of cancer, the country itself will be taken down. It will be third world, strictly third world. And it's happened many times before to very big and very powerful countries. But it's not going to happen to the United States of America. No way.
Real shit. That's what I'm scared of, though. Like, what if this shit happened everywhere? Because they think this shit is okay because they doing it in one state. And people actually fight for this in their own state. Or somebody think to fight for this in their state. Or for some dumbass reason to get votes. Like, people don't understand how fucked up this is. You really don't want the government owning all of this motherfucking property. And you really don't want nobody having control over the rent situation. As far as like, even with the hospital free healthcare shit, like, look at how that's working out for Canada and them niggas. We should see how that shit is working out for Russia and them niggas over there when they trying to go get something to eat from the grocery store and they gotta get like 3 pieces of chocolate or some shit, nigga. They trying to bring that shit over here and people thinking it's sweet because they so used to all of the assets that we get on a regular basis, the freedoms that we get on a regular basis that we take for granted. not understanding we pay for these freedoms through actual things that we do, and that's by living. Our system is based on everything that we do and that is productive. And that's why people need to understand the unproductive shit will destroy what we have going on. Our whole system is a business. That's why I like Trump for president, because he a businessman. Our shit is running on a business. You feel me? All these other pussy ass niggas wasn't doing nothing but putting us deeper in debt. And that's my point with a lot of motherfuckers. We're going to end up putting ourselves deeper in debt as far as people, and we're going to make it worse on ourselves by trying to do goofy ass shit like this. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I really hope that this don't encourage nobody across the country, but I feel like it will, because I feel like New York is really just going to be like a stepping stone for like the lefty motherfuckers that really want bullshit to go on and really think shit is sweet in the game until everything backfire and blow them up the ass. And I hate the fact that people not gonna look at the big picture. They just gonna look at the fact that free. Everybody love the word free. Everybody love the word free. You gotta understand, when slaves became free, they had to understand the cost of freedom. You gotta understand, when you get something for free, it's usually not as good as when you pay for it. You gotta understand, when you somewhere for free, it's usually not as private or as livable, or something that you really would want in life, because you ain't paying for it. When people pay for shit, it's a reason why they get what they get. You get what you work for. You get what you earn. When you take that out of the equation, everything becomes the standard. And when everybody's living the standard, it starts to become bullshit. And that's what Trump means by everything is going to be ghetto, everything is going to be the slums, because they are going to turn this shit into the slums. Everywhere is going to be the slums at that point. It's going to look like Gotham City in New York. Because like he said, who the fuck gonna want to live there? You got businesses leaving right now because of the simple fact that they know they ain't gonna make no real money out there. They gonna get taxed more out there. They gonna fuck with them out there. They gonna try to get every penny they can out these niggas. But you're not doing nothing but taking the wealth out of your city. You're not doing nothing but taking the money and the jobs out of your city. You're not doing nothing at all. Chicago is a prime example because they took the salt company out here. Like, we lost the salt lady. We lost a lot of shit because motherfuckers is going left with all the bullshit instead of focusing on what betters the damn city or the motherfucking state of Illinois, Chicago being the city. But my thing is this: people need to start understanding what benefits their city, and people need to start understanding why we have to do certain things, why we move a certain way. The better the understanding, the more acceptance people will have when it comes to doing things and being part of things, and understanding that it's very important that you vote. It's very important that you use your voice. If you don't like things that are going on, if you feel like shit is unjust, you can speak up and you can do something about it. That's what literally America's supposed to be built on. Even though everybody gonna tell you it's the opposite, it's literally supposed to be built on that. And if people actually took the time out to do what they're supposed to do, it would actually be more powerful as far as what I'm saying, because then you'd have more motherfuckers standing up for what's righteous, not what the media is showing them. I learned early from this shit because, and this is why I bring up Michael Jackson. Everybody was saying he was a pedophile for so long. I went and did my research on his case, all type of shit. The nigga didn't touch nobody. And that's how I feel. So when people get to talking that shit, I go off on people because you let me know your ignorance. When it comes to Prince, he was a homophobe. So when people be talking about he was gay, nah, I don't be paying no attention to that. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You just going based on what you be hearing and shit. When niggas be trying to fucking, man, look, I could go on for days on black, like, people that get overlooked and all that shit over some goofy ass shit. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. I personally do not believe in socialism. I really feel like this is something we should be fighting back, but I'm gone. Peace.